guys. So we're actually here on a very weird but also predictable thing on Antonio Brown right now. Is Antonio Brown wanted for murder right now? So let's actually look into this case and see what authorities and everybody else is saying about this. This is from NBC, so NBC is very don't know how to say it, but not really good. Um, But let's see what ABC is saying on the case. So ABC is saying that NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown is wanted for murder and has a arrest warrant out for him. So if you don't know what an arrest warrant is something that if a cop really feels like you did something, a judge, they bring it to a judge, and if the judge signs off with it, you are now wanted by the police. If you get pulled over, you get sent to jail. If you run, if you technically how it works. So how a warrant is supposed to work is that if you have a warrant, you're supposed to get warranted and get told. And if you go to prison, if you go to jail, turn yourself in, you're not nothing happens. But if you run or you don't go in from a specific amount of days, you are now wanted and you now have an open warrant. So with this, if you have an open warrant, you definitely need to figure out. So here's what it says: the warrant signed by Judge Wednesday and provided by the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office lists the charges as attempted second-degree murder. So I know I'm a little bit on a history lesson here. Second-degree murders. That means I don't think that means that you shot the person, but you definitely had a reason to be at that murder. You might have shot him, but it wasn't. I don't know how to explain it. Second degree murder is really, really weird. But it was confirmed Friday that Brown has not been yet surrendered to authority. Brown did not immediately respond to NBC News requests for comments. It is not clear if he has a lawyer. The charges stem from a May 16 incident outside of the amateur boxing event in the Little Haiti neighborhood of Miami, where videos circulated online appeared to show Brown and Millie where gunshots could be heard. According to the warrant, Brown's arrest, Florida Highway State Patrol officers were working off-duty as security for the boxing event when several people approached the lieutenant with reports of hearing gunshots outside. Multiple witnesses identified Brown as the shooter. The warrant states who has patted down and detained Brown 36 was not armed at the time. So, if it's very, very hard, especially with a murder trial, especially with them patting him down. Technically, like, he shouldn't have gotten a gun in, but you also don't know famous people. Brown is one of the most famous people from the NFL because of all the incidents that he has had. And also, same thing with Deshaun Watson is well known because of all the cases that everybody hears. Because everybody remembers the bad things, not the good things of like the NFL does and everything like that. Everybody likes drama. So technically, he could not have the gun at a time, but with security, it is very very easy to get a gun in, and yeah. The former Tampa Bay Buccaneer wideout then posted on X next morning stating that he was not arrested and was the victim in the attack. I was jumped by multiple individuals who tried to steal my jewelry and cause physical harm to me. Contrary to some videos circulating, police temporarily detained me until they received my side of the story and then released me, Brown wrote. So, something like that could be self-defense in Florida. If this was in Cali, this would be a little bit different. So with Cali, is if you say somebody robs your house, you shoot them, technically you are going to jail for homicide. You are going to go on trial right away. But Florida, I think it's Texas and Florida and some other states, say somebody like tries to rob you and you shoot them, it is self-defense and technically you do not go to jail unless you show that you exceeded the right way of doing things. So what Brown's saying was that with self defense, he was going to get bodily hurt. It's kind of like a cop. Like if you go up to punch a cop, and what he has to do progression. He has to technically, if you punch a cop, he actually has the right of way to shoot you right then and there, because you a punch from, like, say it's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson goes for a punch, he can knock you out in one punch if he really wanted to. But what a cop could do is, if you punch a cop, technically he can shoot you right then and there. But a lot of cops get trained, hey, not do that. But technically, like, by law, that they can. So with Brown, he what this just shows that he was causing physical harm, and multiple people with multiple that's like a fight. So technically, with the fight, if Brown had a gun, it is self defense because it is multiple people. Multiple people are lethal weapons. So, and you don't know if they have a gun. So technically, if Brown pulled the gun and started shooting, he is not in the wrong there. Obviously, like, you don't want to shoot anybody. Like Brown, I don't. Some people like Brown, especially with CTE, that's going to be brought up. But if he does go to jail for this, the biggest thing is, are they going to say he's in mentally ill mind because of what he has done in the past? That's the thing. But after reviewing security footage the following day, officers identified Brown as punching another man, sparkling three other individuals joined the fight. According to the warrant, the footage allegedly showed Brown taking the firearm of a security guard and approaching the man he had punched. That is where it is a little bit sketchy now that I'm reading this. I probably should have read this a little bit before. But the thing with Brown right here is that it sounds like the fight, either way, like, you can start a fight, but if three people join, I technically think it is self defense. It's very, very gray area with that. But because how it sounds is, after the fight, he grabbed the security guard's gun. Technically, it is a shooting somebody. It is murder. But yeah, cell phone video captured two shots fired with the man Brown attacked ducking after the first shot was heard. The warrant states that during the investigation, officer found two spent shell casings in an empty firearm holster at the scene. An individual with authorities, the man who alleged attack, stated that he had known Brown since 2022 and positively identified as the person who shot at him, grazing his neck. According to the warrant, the man has visible injuries and was treated at the hospital that night. The 36-year-old Brown has faced multiple run-ins with authorities over the years and throughout the 12-year career, which was spent with the Pittsburgh Steelers following his 2010. And then this is like the whole point. Like, you are going to be, because look, Brownside's been released from Eagles after one game in tournament with sexual assault allegations made by former trainer. Lawsuit ultimately settled in 2021. He obviously Brown then signed by the Buccaneers after he played 2 seasons, during which he faced 3 games suspension for faking his COVID-19 vaccination status. Honestly, that's not that big of a deal. His life on the field continues to stir controversy as Brown landed himself on probation for attacking a truck driver in Hollywood in Florida in late 2021. Brown ended his career in dramatic fashion, pulling his jersey, walking off the field in MetLife Stadium, New Jersey, before it ended the Tampa Bay game against the New York Jets. So, the biggest thing is going to be this. The biggest thing is, where is it? Multiple run-ins and throughout his 12-year career is that in some states, there's 3 strikes, you're out. Florida is a little bit more, not unease about this, but it is technically like, they can arrest you for any little thing. So right now, you do have to worry about this. I hope AB is fine. We all hope that. We just gotta make sure that AB is doing good. Alright. I think that's gonna be it. if anything comes in, I'll keep you updated. Like I said, on my other channel, there's only going to be 2 videos this week, and the next week, 2 videos are going to be on. But also, those videos are going to be a little bit more. Those are going to be 2 weeks out of date, so don't get mad at me. I am moving, so it is a little bit scuffed right now. So I want to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.